welcome to the show.
Hello.
Welcome back to another live edition, this weekly edition of the Sepsiss Show.
Yay!
This is a show about music, art, culture, technology, social media, and more. And I do mean and more. If you didn't know, if this is your first time watching, my name is William Savant. I play guitar for the band Sepsiss. This is our band page. Whether you're watching on Twitch, Twatch, YouTube, Snap, Snip, Google Gaggle, Fiddle Faddle, wherever you decide to hang out with us, we appreciate you being here. I want to say thank you. This is my lovely co-host, keyboard player, and screamer, Miss Lexi Swarm.
Hello.
If you didn't know, we are a hard rock, hard metal, hard rock, and hard sex band from Manchester, New York. Why is that funny?
It's like hard rock, hard metal, hard sex band.
And I was going to say hard something else. I was going to say hard lemonade. Gotcha. See how I did that?
Mm-hmm.
I swapped the swap.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't swap anything here. You got to understand that we are not just a heavy metal band or hard rock band. We're also porn stars. We are also jugglers. No, I'm just kidding. Have you ever tried to juggle, though?
I learned when I was a little kid in school, an after-school program, and it's very difficult.
It's a lot harder.
It's very difficult.
It's a lot harder than pornography and heavy metal. But the thing is, we've been doing this for 15 years. We're also podcasters, streamers, entrepreneurs. The band is from Manchester. We are called Sepsiss. Please give us a follow if you could. We're speakers, activists, podcasters, and more. We cover the topics and conversations that people ignore. Conversations and challenges that other promoters, musicians, and band pages tend to avoid. So, we also, if you didn't know, the topics that we do cover, we like to put them on the screen so you guys can follow along with us so you know that we're not making stuff up as we go along. That's the format. All right, let's get to our first article. South by Southwest, Lex.
Oh, dear.
Let them have it.
South by Southwest isn't just about movies or music. The annual Austin Festival has also become a hub for inventors and entrepreneurs who use technology in exciting new ways. So while my colleagues in the entertainment section score interviews with dropout TV stars and the hit I Love Boosters red carpet, I went looking for the latest word in tech. Here's what I've learned while attending panels on robots, playing next gen VR games, interviewing AI experts, plus eating a dangerous amount of tacos to power me through it all.
Ooh. You love tacos though, so that's not punishment for you.
As long as there's no cheese. If it feels like they're adding AI to everything, it's because they're adding AI to everything. It seems like every other booth and event at South by Southwest was about some new way to integrate AI into whatever doesn't have it yet. It's all a gold rush. Still loves a bubble until it pops.
AI in your toothbrush, and AI in your boobs, and AI in your bra strap. AI in your, you know what I mean? AI in your underwear.
Everything is AI. South by Southwest offered panels about runaway AI, job loss, environmental crisis, cognitive decline, and everything else you need for your full-blown panic attack before heading into the IBM AI Sports Club for a consoling round of drinks with other apparently obsolete humans.
Jeez.
Wow.
Okay.
But between the AI doomers and the AI gold rush crowd, a middle path is emerging. AI apocalypticism.
I knew this would get good.
What?
I'm loving this shit. Let's go.
Okay. The AI doc, or How I Became an Apocalyptimist, is one buzzy new documentary at South by Southwest. Mashable hosted a panel about the movie with its producer. All these words tangle and sound like each other. Daniel Kwan.
Yeah.
Sorry if I pronounce his name wrong.
It's okay. He's not listening.
I want to call him Daniel.
So what I do, you know what I do? when I, cause especially in tech, no, it's all right. There's no reason for any urgency or anxiety. You know, what I'm saying is nobody knows shit, and people don't read anymore. So don't feel like you need to hit the target, especially in terms of people's names, for two reasons. People don't name their kids reasonable shit anymore.
Yeah.
You know, people name their kids fucking Tulip and stuff like that.
Right.
Not that that's a terrible name. So, no offense to anybody named Tulip.
That's very true.
But people name their kid, you know.
They do have very exotic names.
Right. Fancy Feast. But the point I'm trying to make is when I'm reading, I never do the last name or any confusing parts of the name. So if your name is Rick, Richard Ridiculous, I forget all the ridiculous shit. I just call you Rick. Even my friends who are like, dude, call me Chainsaw. I'm like, no, your name is fucking Dave.
Chill.
Right? All right, go ahead.
Mashable hosted a panel about the movie with its producer, Daniel, one half of the Daniels duo that directed the 2023 Oscar winner Everything Everywhere All at Once. And Apocalyptimist, according to Daniel's movie, is someone whose eyes are wide open to the perils of AI, but also to the promises.
That sounds a lot like being awake.
Yeah, seems a lot like woke.
Seems a lot like being alert.
Conscious.
Right. It sounds like being present in the here and now. It doesn't sound like anything fucking special to me. But, or anything threatening for that matter. Being alert or awake doesn't threaten me like it threatens some people.
No. The AI doc is also a call to action for viewers to support responsible AI development and regulation.
A call to action. That's a band. That's a New England band.
Shout out to Call Action.
Isn't that something?
Hell yeah.
Maybe they can use some of this. I don't
Take
mean
notes.
they can use the robot. I mean
No.
the information.
Yeah.
So there you have it. What do you think?
I think this is rather interesting. But what is the movie going to do to the overall
Christ.
issue? Like, sure, it's great there's a movie. But, like, okay. What's the movie? Like, what are they trying to do with the outcome of the movie besides make movie and sell box seat tickets?
I think it's just a movie revealing that AI's in your tennis shoes now.
Okay.
Everything. They just point. I mean, it's like they were pointing out in the beginning of the article that you can't go get a hot dog anymore unless there's AI in the sourdough bun.
I don't trust it unless there's AI.
Right. You're not going to get a cup of coffee unless there's AI in the coffee beans.
We're there now.
They did this with fat-free. Everything was fat-free, like even your tennis shoes. You know what I mean?
The clothes you're wearing was fat free.
Right. Like shame on you if there's no AI in your fucking beef stroganoff.
Oh, you didn't use AI today? You don't know anything.
Right. I only season my hamburger with the finest AI.
My AI drowns out the most reservoir water than your AI does. So
It's like the other day when one of these little silly people were communicating with me, and I made some remark about AI pornography, and they were just like so surprised, that not only was there AI porn available, but I just, and, stupid questions, stupid prizes. So I was like, I'm not going to judge you or make fun of you or throttle you, but I will tell you, and I'll hit the target in terms of AI porn, and that is, it's here, it's now, it's hyper photorealistic, and if you didn't know that, it's because your boyfriend's been hiding it from you. You know what I'm saying?
hate to break it to you, honey, but
Right,
he's
it's like,
hiding it.
wait a minute, where have you? It's like you didn't. So people that didn't know that there was hyper realistic AI porn. I'm not making fun of you. I'm just saying, I'm not encouraging you to watch it. In fact, I don't care if you what you do. I'm just telling you that it's there. So if you don't know that it's there, you're also not aware of the people viciously beating their meats to it. And you're probably like, why is that important? Because you can fantasize and draw and drum up any wild idea and generate it, manufacture it in photorealistic, hyper-realistic format.
Your fantasy can come to life
So
with AI.
Right, so the person sitting next to, if you were clueless about AI porn, you wouldn't know that the person sitting next to you could be viciously slapping off to seemingly underage people, wolves, dogs, trolls, demons, angels. And look, I'm not the judge and jury. I'm just telling you, you need to know who you're sitting next to. Let me ask you a question. Would you want it to be a secret if the person sitting next to you, if the person living with you, if the people that were sharing private space with you, if those people that were sharing private space with you in your home, would you want them in your home if you learned that they were watching child pornography? Of course not. You would have them removed from your home. That's why it's kind of important. Now, look, I don't want to know what people do in private, but I do want to know that people have the ability to manufacture whatever they want in private.
And that is the key takeaway and the point.
That is the crystalline structure.
Here we go.
What do you mean you don't know that there's AI porn?
Well,
That just means that you don't know what everybody else. That means if you don't know that there's AI porn, it means you don't know that nearly half of the planet is slapping off to it.
and now you know.
Because women don't slap off to AI porn. They don't. You know they don't. The only people that slap off to AI porn are dudes. Come on. There's no way. Put your right hand up, girls.
Who else invented it?
Come on, girls. Are there any girls out there? Are there any females out there that are willing to admit that they fap off to AI images? No way. No way. I don't believe it. I want to see. I don't want to see them do it. I want to see the people admit it. I want to see the strong-willed, look you straight in the eye. This isn't a little kid conversation. If this conversation makes you feel funny in the pants, or you're a little too squeamish, or you're giggling, or you're getting hot under the collar, or you guys are getting nervous, then get the fuck out of the chat. I'm talking. This is a grown-up thing. If you guys can't talk about private parts, or you guys get funky words or silly words that make you feel silly in your belly button, then step aside and let the grown-ups do their work.
For real.
I'm saying this is an adult conversation for adults. So if you can't handle this one, step aside. You guys know, like I do, right? You guys cannot find any females or women that you know that are willing, like adults, to sit down and admit to you and disclose to you honestly, without being urgent, without being judgmental, right? Without overexcitement, without all the drama. You guys know that I know the only people that slap off to AI porn are guys. So what do we know? What useful information? What useful information, could be learned. There is a lot to be learned about that. And there's a lot that we can learn from both percentages, both people that watch it and people that don't. You know what I mean? There's just a lot to learn about that brain style. And I'm telling you that one thing we know for sure, okay, is that half of the population is not jerking off to AI porn. And there's a lot to be said by that.
Yeah.
That means it's only valuable to half of us, is what I'm saying. To the other half of us, it seems like a ridiculous idea. So you can't never really say that it's going to take off in terms of the AI bubble.
Because there's already a divide.
Right. The majority of people don't slap off to AI Spider-Man porn. Let alone the people that are healthy to do it. The fuck? Jesus Christ. I mean, they'll have Bible porn.
Yeah.
I say that because I've seen it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They have hyper-realistic AI Bible porn now. They really do. You guys should check it out.
Mm-hmm.
just so you can see it's real.
Mm-hmm.
You can see I'm not making it up. What the fuck? This thing doesn't go anywhere.
I don't know if it's frozen.
It's okay. It's okay. Live Nation begins doling out multi-million-dollar payments to states following the Department of Justice settlement. You guys, I'm just doing an update of this because we all looked at this last week. Live Nation begins doling out the bread. I told you guys, these guys are nothing but criminals. Why would they be giving people money?
Mission of guilt.
Because people that settle out in court, they settle to avoid going to trial. Companies, corporations, politicians, celebrities, they settle out in court. If you guys don't know, settling means the accused, the people that are in trouble, they agree sometimes to a secret amount of money. And they do it in secret because they don't want people to know how much they're paying to keep a secret.
That part.
You see this a lot with celebrities and like rockers. You see this with rockers and rappers and people that sign NDAs and this whole bit. They're trying to avoid the criminal statute of limitations, and they're also trying to avoid a civil suit, which has the same process of establishing guilt, meaning fact-finding scientific evidence, testimonials, witnesses taking the stand,
Publicly.
admissions. Yes, publicly, and it's in a public forum. That is important. Jurors, the whole bit. So Live Nation was going to go to trial for stealing and robbing you, Americans, musicians, and fans of music. So who was Live Nation stealing from? You! Just at home, you guys didn't know that, did you? You're probably in a band and you didn't know that Live Nation is stealing from musicians and stealing from your neighborhoods and family members. That's why we cover this stuff on the show. So what we're doing an update now on is Live Nation begins doling out the multi-million-dollar payments to the states following the settlement with the Department of Justice, meaning the Department of Justice came to an agreement and they settled. They settled for an amount of money to be paid out to avoid going to trial, where they would otherwise go over the details of their crimes publicly to you. So sometimes settlements can be looked at as a way to keep people silent. Like hush money. Anyhow, some people look at it as a punishment. Dare I use the word justice? But
cover up.
Yeah, it's kind of it's scammy. So 30 states are charging forward with antitrust claims. Guys, that's not like 5 states. Guys, and girls, how many states are in America? I don't mean territories. How many states are in America? So you can put it in the chat if you know. Some people don't know how many states there are, and I'm not going to make fun of you if you don't. But this is more than half, okay? So 30 states are charging forward with antitrust claims against Live Nations. That's more. That's more states. That's almost all of the states in the entire country. That's just to show you how serious this is. Those 6 other states have officially accepted the bread. They took the bait. Now, legal documents shared with Digital Music News reveal that many states negotiated multi-million-dollar payouts from Live Nation as part of their settlement agreements. You see what I'm trying to see?
Wow.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Now, when I say the music industry is a crime scene, scam, casino crime wave, this is what I'm referring to, and that's exactly what this program is about, educating you guys on this kind of stuff. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm not going to go crazy on it, but you guys can look at the stuff if you want to. It's on Digital Music News. I suggest you also become a subscriber. I don't work for them. They're not sponsored by us, but it's one of the many different blogs and publications that I get sent directly to my email every single day, and I get updates about the music industry. Payments, royalties, the live music industry, of course, Live Nation, what's going on in court. It seems to me if you guys want to be in bands or you guys want to be rappers or musicians, you guys would want to learn more about it. Maybe not, but I get, if you wanted to be a manager, if you wanted to be a promoter or a booking agent, how come you guys don't learn about the music industry? Come and hang out with us every Wednesday at 7 p.m. where we go over the articles right here. We put them right up on the screen so everyone can follow along, from Mashable to Digital News, other publications like Music Business Worldwide, and you guys can follow along with us right here and learn. Not from me. We can learn from each other each and every week right here on the Sepsiss Show. So this is cool. I urge you guys to get more informed about this, because the Live Nation thing, it goes on and on and on. Live Nation is deep, like fucking Egypt deep. It's just so... There's just so many folds and facets and corners to it.
They're in almost everything.
Yes. It's amazing how much fun I've actually had.
I'm sorry, this next article
Everybody,
with a freaking outfit.
Everybody, be careful for your eyes. I'm warning you now, because it's Kid Rock.
Look at this. I'm not a fashionista. I'm not a fashion expert, but this...
The whole scene is just crazy.
This looks ridiculous.
All the characters in this scene are crazy.
They look ridiculous.
Including who's that? Ronald Reagan looking down on everybody. The whole thing just looks crazy.
You can tell who he's inspired by. Oh dear.
The piss gold curtains. Kid Rock snaps at Trump over the Live Nation capitulation. He's saying he's capitulating.
Uh-huh.
Calls out the Department of Justice. See how I put these back to back? So So you guys saw that we did the update on Live Nation, and the 6 states, if you're following along, the 6 states that took the bread and had private negotiations for multi-million-dollar settlements. I mean, this is how corrupt this shit is. This is how in your face it is. This is how available the news is for everybody. Anybody could just look any day and see they're doing this shit right in front of your face. That's what I think is great, as we can all look. So this is in reference to that. Kid Rock, I guess, is mad about that. I guess he doesn't like that, so we're going to see what he's talking about. Kid Rock, he blasts the Trump DOJ for surrendering in its antitrust case against Ticketmaster and Live Nation. I mean, come on, kid. Come on, brother.
You mean you didn't see that coming? Like,
it's almost like MAGA doesn't know that Kid Rock is not a real kid. When do you think MAGA is going to find out that Kid Rock is not an actual kid? Oh, God. Longtime Trump ally Kid Rock is furious at the president's Department of Justice essentially surrendered its antitrust against Live Nation, which we read in the other article. $280 million. The move comes after the performer helped pioneer government action to combat unfair practices in the live entertainment industry. So look at that. Kid Rock claims to have been putting his neck out there trying to get musicians paid. I think he's a greaseball personally. But from one greaseball to another, he decided to partner up with the sex trafficking greaseball himself, and then he was stabbed in the back by the sex trafficker. Surprise! Reagan would be so proud. That's what you get for partnering up with a sex trafficking puke.
what do you think was gonna happen? Like,
right. Sorry, Rob. He grabbed you by your little butt pussy.
Like, you don't think that the
See that, though?
people in Live Nation and Ticketmaster didn't
Grabbed you by your little fucking stick boy pussy. You see that, though?
tell him to change course?
Tell him to, yeah.
Like, that's like what he just experienced is what every musician experiences in the music industry.
We were talking about it last week.
That is like what happens in the music industry.
Human trafficking.
Like, how do you not see that coming?
The entertainment industry is familiar to traffickers because largely the entertainment industry is all about exploitation and unpaid wages and exploiting young developing minds and people who don't know accounting or the language of the law. Looks like old Robbie got grabbed by his little boy pussy. That's what he gets. That's what you get for fucking with a predator. To me, if you fuck with a predator, don't be surprised when somebody grabs you by the ass cheeks.
Don't.
Sucker.
Like, what?
That's what happens when you hang out with predators.
Right. You get preyed on. Hello.
He feels betrayed. But that's what happens when you hang out with betrayers and abusers. Nobody fucking warned him? Of course they did.
Foolish.
Of course they did. I just like how the end of the story, the bottom line was. I mean, let's backtrack real quick and examine the details. Ticketmaster robs musicians state by state by creating, basically, like payment fraud, ticketing fraud, unpaid wages, right? So Ticketmaster and Live Nation screw everybody that are either the musicians, the performers, or the fans of the music. And then the government takes them to court and then strikes a deal with the large corporation to continue to fuck people over. And Kid Rock thought he was going to make a difference.
Foolish. That's all I have to say. Very foolish.
Kid Rock decided to trust a failed businessman, sex offender, sexual abuser, and trafficker, gambler, who just started a fucking war. he thinks that he's gonna help out musicians. Holy shit!
Just as foolish as he thinks that he's Trump's friend.
What a fucking fool, guys! Didn't your parents tell you guys not to talk to strangers? I know y'all heard that before. Listen to your parents, y'all. Look at this one.
Can we read this one?
I don't, because it's disgusting.
Okay.
New promoter steps in for CY Fest. I don't even know what this is. Following allegations against the original organizer. This is so popular in metal music. It is so popular for there to be heinous allegations, sexual abuse, misogyny. I just share this with people so they can see how bold and how normalized and widespread this kind of behavior is. It's not kids that are doing it. It's not, it's not 120-pound girls that are doing it. It's males that want to be powerful males. There's only one kind of person that continues to do this. What the fuck? Get lost. New promoter steps in for CY Fest following allegations against the original organizer. Now, everybody that's listening right now, what do you think the allegations were against the promoter? Do you think it was assault on a child? Did they give somebody a black eye? Did they steal something or rob a bank? What type of allegation do you think was alleged in this case before I read it? What type of things do you think happened in hard rock and heavy metal? So, the next time we report on this, you guys can stop looking at me like I'm making this stuff up or it's rare. The next time I cover it, we can stop pretending that it's so rare. Because it seems like every week now in hard rock and heavy metal, from local to regional to national, we're reading about festival organizers, promoters, or bands themselves with crazy allegations. So the next time I pull up an article like this, the reason why I cover it so frequently is so you can see in real time how frequent and normal this is in hard rock and heavy metal culture. I've never even heard of this show before. I don't even want to look at the bands because I don't want to, you know what I mean? I don't want to get that image and rope them in. Who cares who's playing it? The Troubled CY Fest. Have you guys ever heard of this at home? It will move forward under new management after its founder, Nacho Corrupted. I've never heard of this guy before, but it doesn't matter. Announced he's stepping aside amid multiple sexual misconduct and assault allegations. Now look, I'm not the judge, I'm not the jury, innocent till proven guilty, all of that stuff. But the very nature of protecting vulnerable people in the scene, it comes down to men like myself and other men at home, women also, but men, it comes down to us stopping and calmly listening to women and kids when they have allegations. What it comes down to is not a rush to judgment or everybody getting emotional and irrational and pointing fingers, but when things like this happen in hard rock and heavy metal, whether they are alleged and or otherwise developing, It's not important to jump on people or make Facebook posts or condemnations. What's important is that calm, rational men listen to the details and document the details as the women allege. Not trying to figure out who's right and who's wrong or going on a witch hunt, but the most important people sometimes when a child or a woman is assaulted, the most important ally and people they have on a side are accountable, responsible male role models. We are the men in the scene that are responsible for calmly hearing out the details of such allegations and not to just condemn girls or dismiss allegations as clout chasing or attention seeking. So there you have it. I just want to show you once again how fucking widespread it is. It's crazy. And shout out to him for stepping down. Step down. Step down.
Get out of here.
No, because I think that's important. It's like, it's not about rushing to judgment and pointing the finger and moving to guilt. What's important is that an alleged sex offender should step down, clear their name before applying for a position or job. If you are a politician and you are accused of a sex crime or an abuse crime, it should be paused, and you should not resume public service until the details have been examined in a public forum. Until your name has been cleared, whether you're Donald Trump, whether you're P. Diddy, this guy, anybody that's been accused of an alleged sex offense in a public forum should pause their public work until people can examine the details of any allegation. And then they should strongly think whether or not they want to resume and how responsible that is and how they got into that situation in the first place. You know, if you do survive it, you got to think, how did you get into that situation in the first place?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I agree with what you said. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Is there an ugly...
It says sorry, no longer available, so I think we're in the clear with this one.
That's how they get you, and they fucking sneak up on you.
With a different one.
They do. Like, what is it? What's going on here? This looks fishy.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like, in that blank space, it said for a moment, sorry, not available. And now it's just like some blank space.
Something's up.
Yeah.
Buttercup.
Oh, you want me to read this one?
You can. You want to read it?
Yeah. Once we get rid of all the offending.
The offending offenders?
Yeah.
We got it. This'll do. It's not the prettiest thing. You got the thing?
I gave it back to you.
I lost it again. All right. Not important.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. Got me.
Humanoid
Gotcha. Look at that. See? I told
Mm-hmm.
you. There it is. As soon as you started talking, it's like I knew it.
I'm glad that happened because
What
I was
the
having an
fuck?
issue
Look at it,
reading
it's
the
still
word.
going.
What the
Holy shit. Like, well, you can't get rid of it. It's fucking broken. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay, try that.
Humanoid robots are rapidly gaining hype from battlefields to the factory floor. But there are clear growing pains when it comes to sharing spaces with their new automation friends. Just this month, a video circulated online showing a robot being escorted away by cops after startling an old lady. Now, a different robot appears to have gotten carried away while performing a dance routine at a hotspot restaurant in San Jose, California. What is this carried away dance routine?
You want to know? I
That's
don't know.
what I'm curious
I don't know.
about. A video on social media shows the dancing robot knocking over tableware, smashing plates, and sending chopsticks flying. An orange apron the robot is wearing reads, "I'm good," in big letters across the front, perfectly adding to the chaotic scene. This sounds like a mosh pit gone wrong.
To me, you know what it sounds like? It sounds like to me like internet AI comedy shit designed to get people excited.
Staffers at the restaurant were forced to intervene. One employee can be seen holding the robot by the scruff of its neck while navigating her phone, presumably searching the bot's app for controls. In the end, it took 3 workers to restrain the robot, who were all forced to duck periodically to avoid being smacked by its waving and sauce-covered hands.
Wow, we gotta watch this after.
This sounds brutal.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, what?
I mean, No, I don't want to watch this. I don't want to watch this here, but maybe you guys can watch this at some point and tell us if this is real or you care about it.
Do you think this was like staged by the creators
That's
of the
how
robot?
I feel. That's how I feel like
This is a prank.
I don't know, a prank. I feel like everything online is a prank.
Yeah.
Because most of the stuff we see online now is all AI, and AI is not real, it's artificial. So AI in itself is a prank.
Yeah, definitely.
So advertising is deceptive. Some advertising is pranks. So I get what you're saying. It is. I think it sounds to me like advertising. It sounds to me like internet content. We'll have to watch after. You guys have to let us know what you think.
If you guys have watched this or are going to watch it, let us know in the chat what you think of this video.
We'll have to make a note and circle back to it at some point.
Yeah. Maybe next week.
Oh, is this robot assault? No, it's not.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dear.
All of
Want me to read this one? Or do you want
Sure, no, you can read it. You know what I do want to do?
What? Do you want to find it?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, it's right here.
We did it. I just didn't want to do that while you were reading last time. I don't want to stop you from reading. Let me get rid of this guy.
I appreciate it.
Pizza shit. Then you're going to move and he's going to show up. I know how it does it now.
That looks like the actor from
I got the
Breaking Bad.
Break his neck. Fuck him.
4 years?
Whoa! See what I'm saying?
Whoa.
Look at that. It's so assaultive and ugly and fucking dirty. Piece of shit.
Maybe making money.
What? Like what? Get out of here with that. That's why shit's so broken. Look at it. It's so broken. It just continues. What a piece of shit. How do we get rid of it?
I don't know.
That's awful. This is the last time. We might stop using Mashable just because of that. I'd hate to do it, but I think we're there now. I'm tired of it. I'm not being a brat. I'm actually really tired of it. I don't like it anymore. Once I stop liking something, fuck off. I don't like it anymore. That's it. Mashable, this is about it for you sons of bitches. Okay.
2 weeks ago, OpenAI announced it would be delaying the release of its adult mode and NSFW chatbot setting that lets users engage in erotic chats and generate smut. Oh dear. An anonymous source from the company recently told journalist Alex the delay was based on updated priorities, a move that appeared to align with OpenAI's decision to scale back in light of ongoing legal battles.
Not morals.
Legal battles. Ongoing, even.
Smut. Do you guys like that word?
I don't.
It's a different word. Like, it's one you don't really hear about a lot.
It sounds negative.
Yeah, some people feel like that. It's like this, it's like some people feel strongly about the C word.
Yeah, they do have strong feelings.
I do think that smut is like twat. I don't think it's a bad word. I think twat and smut, they sound nasty. Like scab and slut. I mean, twat. It all sounds really clam. Go lick your mother's fucking clam.
It does sound dirty.
Yeah, you smut. You know what I mean?
Sounds filthy.
Sounds illegal. Yeah.
It sounds criminal.
Generate some smut. You know what I mean? It sounds like something you're gonna need some gloves for.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like you need a lot of building.
Yeah, looks like you've been building up your smut. You know what I mean? What do they call it? What do they call it? Back in the day, they used to call it, porn rag. That's such an unattractive name for a publication, Dirty smut rag. That's how it used to be back then. They used to make, because it's got to be ugly. It's got to be scary and ugly. That way people stay away from it. Chatbot setting lets users engage in erotic chats and generate smut. Sounds like something you got to wipe.
Yeah. It sounds like something you got to wrap up before you do anything with it.
I don't know. What do you think about this? I mean, I don't care.
Honestly, this is just like the same thing with this whole let's do AI porn generation.
I mean, isn't it just a bunch of fucking adults trying to control a bunch of adults and what they can whack off to in the end?
Honestly, yeah.
That's lame as fuck. Like, when you really get down to it, it's a bunch of fucking adults who are legally trying to control each other's body parts and what they can whack off to. There's got to be something else going on, man. I don't know, like in Iran or something. There's got to be something else going on.
And why?
Like, why do we... Not to cut you off, but how can we be so excited about what people are legally jerking off to when you got all of those fucking characters in the Epstein files? How can we be so concerned in what grown adults do in private that is legal when we have, millions of pages of politicians and celebrities trafficking girls and, it just blows my fucking mind.
And also on your tip about the Jeffrey Epstein files too, the creators of these things, most of them are associated.
My thing is, why would anybody want to get involved, control, or filter what another person is jerking off to unless they were making money?
Right.
Unless you were blackmailing people, making money, why do you need to control what people fucking slap off to or fantasize about? I don't understand it. As you at home, I'm not talking about politicians. I'm not talking about the court. Do you care what people jerk off to? And then once you come to that realization, ask yourself, why the fuck does the government care what you're jerking off to?
And also, on that tip too,
who cares?
Why would they build something free form for everyone
that you can exploit,
and then everyone go to it, and then all of a sudden start controlling it?
They do every time.
That's such a predictable tech bro, weird rich person thing. I don't understand that.
Basically, let me explain to you how it happens. It's because someone has an original cool idea, but they don't have the bread for it. So somebody that's not original, somebody that's not really an inventor, that has the bread, they hijack the original invention and idea. Legacy company comes in and absorbs the invention or small company or startup. And then it goes into hyper beta mode where legacy company doesn't really understand what it has. Legacy company, a corporation, isn't original. They don't have the mind of an inventor. So in order to understand their product, they have to do polling and data mining and fucking crowdfunding to even know what type of technology they have. So that's why when Facebook came out, they were like, Facebook is free and always will be. But they didn't tell you, they never told you what it was going to be. They just said it was going to be free. It's free, but we're not going to tell you what it's going to be later on. That's why when you listen to Mark Zuckerberg now, and they talk about or they reference being in the second and third phase of social media, people are like, what? You didn't tell us about the second and third and fourth phase of social media. Back when the technology was in beta, you told us it was free. You told us it would always be free without telling us what it actually was. See, if you know what something is, as soon as you know what it is, then you can start talking about the value of it. And then you can start to challenge why or why not something is valued here or free. And then you start to understand why something is free. Because they need you to participate in it to figure out what the fuck they're going to do with it next.
Mm.
The whole thing is based off you, your music, your family's photo albums, your crowdfunding, your ideas, all the businesses that you have that we put onto Facebook. That's what Facebook is competing against. The users. And the users, if you own a paint company, the idea is to pay for ads so you can compete against other paint companies. When you're paying for an ad, if you know what you're really doing, you're competing against Facebook. Stop running your ads. If you're in a band, stop running ads to compete with bands. Compete with Facebook. Because that's who we're competing with. The government wants people to think that citizens in society are competing with each other. There are different levels of society that are all competing with each other. When in fact, we're all competing with the government. It's the delivery system. The idea is to keep us on Facebook, to keep us on Republican, to keep us on, you see what I'm saying? To keep us on institutions and systems and rely on these storage systems to keep our photo albums organized. You don't need them. You can still have a photo album. You've forgotten that, and you've given your photos to Mark Zuckerberg, and now Mark Zuckerberg has, 25 years of your life on Facebook, and if you don't follow the rules, he'll lock up your photo album. If you put all your money on Cash App and you don't follow the rules, they're going to lock up your bread. If you put all your trust into Bitcoin, okay, and you know what I'm saying, and you're not following the rules, then at any point, and this is the same thing with your job or your church or your marriage, at any given time, if you're not treating her right, then they're going to remove you from the family. If you start to talk about how you feel about the government, or you're going to be outspoken about what you believe in, then you could be fired from your job. You could be removed from the church. And these are the pillars, these are the cornerstones of American society. Is if you don't follow the rules, you won't have a place to live. If you don't follow the rules, you won't get an education. Unless you do what everybody else is doing, you're going to be on probation. So you have to live your entire life. You have to live a lifetime installment plan in the music industry. As an intern, you have to have a lifetime internship into the corporate world. That is the recipe to incremental gain. Is being launched into the music industry and everybody telling you you're gifted and you're talented and you deserve to be there and you're the one and you're gonna make it. And then as soon as you've got enough of that recipe, they remind you it's time to pay your dues. As soon as they tell you that you're gonna be a big star, they remind you that it's time to pay your dues and that you are a developing artist. And that being in the music industry means a lifetime of internships on a probationary period to reach the top of the music industry. I hope y'all understand that. You understand that, right?
Yes. Oh my.
This is kind of might as well circle back around. Why not?
Okay.
As soon as we get rid of this thing, this kind of attaches to the Live Nation thing. I just think it was like not that funny, but kind of. As long as we get rid of all the aggressive advertising. Live Nation has just been in it lately, so it's what I got, yo.
Oh, wow. You want me to read it?
Sure.
Fans are up in arms after private Slack messages from Live Nation employees revealed them joking about overcharging ticket buyers.
See, this is how they feel. Not only do these not only do these rich people drag the average guy, the hard-working, the hard-working ticket goer that busts their ass to go see a Rob Zombie concert. That's what they're talking about. Joking
about you guys going to concerts
and being overcharged tickets.
This goes into what you're talking about in the previous article, and that is all these like tech people.
Look at what they say.
People
yeah.
all want to get us, not you guys, get us.
Mm-hmm.
Going against the wrong enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Forgetting who our common enemy really actually is.
Right, forgetting who.
And that is rich aristocrat oligarchs. The barely any population people.
I think what she's saying. I think what she's saying is, when you look at the amount of people who are multimillionaires or ultra rich billionaires that are responsible for places and monopolies like Live Nation, they are a limited few people in contrast to a side by side of people that buy tickets, regular tax-paying, hard-working people that are going to concerts. That's what she's saying. What I want to point out, though, is how they talk about you. That's the reason why I have this.
They joke about you.
We all know about this stuff, but what I wanted to show you what it is, not just that they're taking your money, that humiliation and cruelty is a big part of this. The exchanges collected as a part of 2024 antitrust lawsuit, the one we mentioned, filed by the U.S. Remember that the United States Justice Department settled with them, and they think that's funny. So this is after our government surrendered to Live Nation. Our government couldn't protect us, and they surrendered to Live Nation, allowing them to continue to rob ticket goers. The Department of Justice shows the staff members describing ticket buyers as, quote, so stupid, and openly laughing about how they were robbing them blind. This is why, and the only reason why I'm pointing this out is why I tell fans all the time that they are on the same team as the musicians. And when it comes to us protecting each other and confronting large companies and corporations in terms of the music industry, the fans are often mystified by large companies like Nike, like Live Nation, like Spotify. And us as the entertainers, we don't make a lot of money as it is, but us as the entertainers, the actors, we will often try to rally our fans, and we will say, look at how Spotify is treating us. Look at how unfair Spotify's practices are. They're really hurting original music. They're really hurting musicians. And oftentimes, fans, I'm not mad at you, because fans have downloaded the app or taken on subscriptions a lot of times instead of defending the artists, especially the artists that are small like me. We're not big enough. If the artists aren't big enough, the fans will never defend, or rarely, I should rephrase, fans rarely will defend the smaller artists against the largest corporations. Only the big artists, Drake and Adele, or if a big artist says something about Spotify, the fans will rally behind them because they're big, and because the artist is big, somehow the fans, they allow them to make these grievances and speak openly. But if you are a small band or artist like myself and you talk about the predatory actions of Spotify, the fans oftentimes rally for the large corporations and companies and tell us to shut the fuck up and play music. That's why I'm showing you that last article, to show you the companies and corporations like Spotify, the oligarchs, Live Nation, all of these large billionaire corporations. Articles like the one I just showed you is proof that they're not with the fans. And there's no reason for fans to abandon their artists to defend places like Spotify or Live Nation, because in the back hallways they're making fun of you, just like they're making fun of the musicians. Just like they make fun of the musicians for playing free and getting ripped off, they're also making fun of the fans. They're ripping the fans off with ticket sales, and they're making fun of you, just like they're exploiting the musicians, because the music industry is not about just exploiting the musicians. It's also about exploiting the losers that love the musicians.
They use you guys like guard dogs to keep the shit going.
Think about it in terms of the way early colonists kept slavery going.
They're doing the same thing to y'all.
You need levels and layers of people that would fight and kick each other and beat on each other to get to the top.
And swear by using Spotify, not knowing that they're making fun of you in the locker room.
Right. I'm so glad you can see it. But I know you can. Oh boy, what have I done? Oh Jesus.
Oh my.
That is quite the shot. I'll show y'all in a second. Fucking hell. I just wanted to share this with you. Oh my God. Here we go again, everybody. Missouri. Now this is crazy shit. We talk a lot about this stuff all the time. Don't even think about it. Look at this. It's just playing. How's it just playing in the background? What is wrong with this thing? It has a life of its own. Missouri pastor suspended after church learns she managed Epstein's private island.
Wow.
I don't know what's going on with this thing. It's so fucking broken. It's so broken. A pastor in Missouri was suspended last weekend after it was discovered she worked for and managed the private island of the late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein for nearly a year. Bishop Robert Farr of the Missouri Conference of the United Methodist Church replaced Reverend Stephanie, a lady on leave. I think it's so interesting of how many accomplices and close people were actually females. Remington reportedly worked as Epstein's administrative assistant and temporary property manager. Now, this is what I'm saying, guys. This is, when we talk about the level, look at this fucking garbage down here. when we talk about the level and the depth, when people are on the fence and they don't understand how deep the layers and levels of the Epstein world really reach, this is the reason why I share stuff like this. So you can see that religious leaders, religious people that were responsible for churches and religious responsibilities were not just casually bumping into Jeffrey Epstein. They worked and partnered with him at the administrative level. Dude. Wow. Despite having worked closely with the disgraced financier, I don't call him that. I call him a disgraced sex trafficker, Skinner sex offender. I don't know why on the news they call him a financier. I like to introduce people. I introduce myself by what I love, not what I do for work. I'm not sure that Jeffrey Epstein was a financier for work. I think he was a sex trafficker. But in this country, people introduce themselves by what they do for work. So I call Jeffrey Epstein a disgraced sex trafficker, not a financier. And I introduced Jeffrey Epstein by what he loved to do, which is rape little girls. So he wasn't a financier. He's a fucking rapist and a criminal. I don't know why people call him anything else. But this lady, even though she worked in a church, she was really close with him. Remington told the United Methodist News that she never saw Epstein or anyone commit abuse on the island. However, she did admit that when she accepted the job, she knew Epstein was a registered sex offender who served 18 months for sex crimes. You can't say you never saw anything, but you knew he was a sex offender. I'm just saying.
You can't have both of those things.
Yeah. You can't say you didn't know, but you knew he was a sex offender. You saw it on the news. You saw it in a court document. You saw that he registered as a sex offender. You saw it. You can't say you didn't see it. You saw it. You saw all the evidence. He was convicted in court. You saw that. People can't say I didn't see the evidence.
How did you know if you didn't see that?
There's nothing else to know. He was convicted in a court.
Right. Like, how would you...
You can't say you didn't see it. It was proven.
Right. You can't... How can you say that you didn't see something, but you know they were convicted sex offenders?
You can't say you don't...
Can't say that.
You can't say you can't see something that you can easily look up on Google.
Right. We're not in 1984.
Right, stop that. The fuck?
What
Yeah,
is going on?
I thought you would like this. Can you move that? I don't understand what this shit is.
I don't know what this is. Oh, there it is. Oh.
Same old, same old.
Whoa.
I'm getting a lot of lag today. It's terrible. This is the worst we've had in a while.
Yeah, this is really bad. It's like frozen right now.
Crazy part is there's nothing even going on. It's fucking nuts. It's completely frozen. Alright, I'm just going to read. You guys can listen to me. Hopefully it works someday. A judge in London threw out a witness's testimony after concluding he was being coached on his answers in real time through smart glasses. I mean, is anybody... I hope you're not surprised, everybody. Have you guys not seen Spy Kids?
I have. It's a good movie.
Well, I'm saying, you guys ever seen, like, cartoons or Batman with his fucking gadgets and shit? You guys know what people do with gadgets, right? They fucking spy on people. And they sneak around. And they creep around in the night like vigilantes. And they think then they role play policeman and robber man and killer guy. That's what people do. Just like Batman. Just like Spider-Man. Little fucking creepy boys want to get dressed up and run around in the fucking nighttime and play with gadgets. What the fuck do you think they're going to want to do?
Win court cases.
And I can prove it because that's what they're doing right here. The incident happened in January during a trial insolvency and company's court judge Raquel involving an ownership dispute over property developing. The claimant, Lutheran businessman Leomonis, I don't know their last name, was asking the court to reinstate him as the company's owner and director. If that's not confusing and annoying. But the I'm going to stop going to websites because you go to one website and there's 16 different social media and media players going at one time. Like if you go to sepsiss.com, you're not going to see 5 Java players and media players pop up. You can actually go to our website without being assaulted by advertisements. It's nice. Sometimes I just go to our website because it's the only place on the internet where you can go and not be assaulted by aggressive advertising.
It's beautiful. Check it out, sepsiss.com.
Yeah. It really is a nice place to be.
If you want a breath of fresh air.
For real. Isn't that something?
Sepsiss.com.
I know. That's crazy. How ironic. In a ruling published online earlier this month, and the first reported by Legal Futures, we should check that out. Legal Futures. That sounds like technology and law stuff.
Yeah, let's check that out.
Anyways, one of the guys said he had been wearing smart glasses connected to his phone and was being coached on his responses while testifying in court. Guys, that's illegal. Don't do this, okay? The judge wrote that right at the start of the cross-examination that the guy seemed to pause quite a bit before answering questions through an interpreter. Though, as it was through an interpreter. That's when the defense lawyer told the judge she could hear interference coming from the guy's directions and asked that he remove his glasses. His interpreter, who was sitting in the witness box, said she could also hear the interference. Oof. According to the judge, it was later confirmed that he was indeed wearing smart glasses. She asked him to remove them before cross-examination continued. Oh, busted. I mean, but this is the stuff we got going on. Later, he claimed that the voice was being heard was ChatGPT. He agreed that to have his phone examined. A photo of the phone screen showed that he had made numerous calls the morning with the same number, including one right before entering the witness box. Damn. And then he got caught lying.
Perjury?
Maybe.
Wow.
Well.
Possible perjury?
Well, it would only be perjury if like he said it under oath.
Oh.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like if he said that, like perjury is a specific thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like it's not, you know.
It's only perjury if it's under oath.
Right, like if you saw the judge at Wendy's and it was like, is there ketchup on that? And you were like, no.
That's not perjury.
Right.
You're just simply lying.
Right.
In front of the judge.
Right.
This is him lying in front of the judge. Okay,
and
that's the difference.
And we'll close the show with this. Don't do anything in life, guys, that you're going to have to lie to a judge about.
That's pretty good.
Just avoid shit. Avoid doing and saying things that's going to get you in front of a judge. And avoid winding up in circumstances where you're going to have to lie to a judge.
And possibly get blackmailed.
I've never lied to a judge. I just went straight to jail. You guys have a good night.
Good night.